What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Welcome back to another Midday Monologue Monday, my friends. We are here, and I was recently in conversation about some of the games in the collection, especially some of the ones that fall into sort of a family of games, if you know what I mean. A family line of games. And, of course, one of the top ones that came to mind was the Tiny Epic series. So I would like to rank them for you. I'll see you down at the table.
Shut up and sit down.
So here we are down at the table. Now, we've been playing Gamelin Games' Tiny Epic series for a few years now. I came across it with Tiny Epic Galaxies first, and it just kind of went from there. Now, me and I think all the 20-sided warriors that you've seen on camera, with a few that you don't see on camera, we've all gotten around to playing all of them, but not everyone has played every game, you know what I mean? So they've all been played by us. I've played them all. Alex, I think, has played them all. Ryan might have, and that's probably about it. The rest are, here and there. Anthony has played a few, and Rob has played a few, Steven's played a few. They've all been played. And we all have opinions on them, and these are my opinions. If T-Bone or Alex want to pipe in, please do. So there are currently 6. There are currently 6 Tiny Epic games out. There's a 7th one that is on Kickstarter right now that has been fully funded and should be making its way, I think, by the summer or fall. It'll be in backers' hands, fingers crossed. Gamelin does have a good record with getting their games to backers on time or early with their Kickstarter ones. So the new one, I'm not going to mention other than now to let you know it's out, Tiny Epic Mechs, which stands for Mechanized Entertainment Combat Heroes, is a sci-fi battle armor game. But I don't know anything about that game firsthand since I haven't played it. So there are 6. There are currently 6 games out. And I'm gonna pop you up the list first, and then I'm gonna talk about the games on that list. So the number 6 game on the Tiny Epic series, as far as I'm concerned, the bottom is Quest. Number 5, Zombies. Number 4, 2nd edition Defenders and the Dark War expansion. Number 3, Kingdoms and the Hero's Call expansion. Number 2, Westerns. And number 1, Tiny Epic Galaxies and the Beyond the Black expansion. So I'll go over this real quick, trying not to take up too much of your time here. But if you don't know these games, check them out. They're all fun to one degree or another for the right player. I'm just saying that because of the way I start this off. So Tiny Epic Quest did nothing for me. I really wanted it to. It seemed fun, at least ish. But I had a feeling deep down inside that something might go wrong with that. And that's the fact that it looked so much like Zelda. Everything about the game, visually speaking, reminded me of Legend of Zelda. Made me think of that video game franchise from Nintendo. The game doesn't really play like it. There's not much in the game itself that's going to make you think of Zelda, I find it. I was never the biggest Zelda fan. See, now that's a big problem, is I was never really a big Zelda fan. So I didn't really care for the game for that, but more than that, it seemed to be a hot mess. Hot mess of things that you need to keep track of, ways you want to get points for, everything from, I can't even remember it all, I had to write it down. From building up castle points, dungeon points, goblin points, grotto points, and magic points, all to, get your character better and worth more points than everyone else you're playing against, because this is not a cooperative game. And I just, by the end of it, I was just like, pass. I'll play it, maybe once again for everyone that didn't play it. I don't think T-Bone's played it, and I don't think Rob's played it, but I'm not. I'm good. And after that, I said zombies. And I really wanted to like zombies so much. I'm tired of the zombies genre in board games, and I kind of thought maybe this would be something different, something new. It's part of the Tiny series. I like the Tiny series. It has a whole bunch of game modes with solo, with cooperative, with head-to-head, with versus all. It seemed so interesting. There was like so many different ways to play it. And it flew out the Kickstarter, so I was happy to be a part of it. And Oregon Al jumped right on it with me. The two of us backed it. So we got it, we played it. The first thing that we did was the one versus all. Figured T-Bone loves one versus all, so we let him be a zombie, and it was horrible. It wasn't geared as well as it could have been for a one versus all, because the master zombie, the leader zombie, is still really railroaded of what he can do. He's barely more than a functioning AI, just throwing his own opinion here and there, apparently. And that really stifled the game. It made Anthony not really enjoy it very much. Obviously, how could he with that experience? I played a solo of it, and that's the only reason why it wasn't tied with Quest at the very bottom. So I thought it did better as a solo. I still found the AI system, while running as a solo game, to be incompetent, honestly. But it was still a little bit better than that versus all, and that's what saved it, like I said, from tying for the bottom rung here. Now, Defenders and Defenders, the Dark War. And this is another one that I backed. The second edition, Dark Wars, came out. Well, there was no first edition. Dark Wars came out, which was for second edition, which I missed. I missed the Defenders second edition. So I took the option to get it with Dark Wars. I read and saw a lot of videos, bad reviews for the first edition of it. And honestly, right now, I can't remember what they were saying, but I remember that while I was reading and while I was watching, things made sense to me. So when I saw a lot of the changes advertised on the Kickstarter, I figured, you know what, might as well, grab the Dark War, and I'll get this with it. So we got it. We've played it a few times, and it's okay. It's a fun enough run through a game, but it's nothing great. It's nothing that makes me want to leap out and show it off to everyone constantly all the time. I don't know why that is. Just the whole system of the way you're going around the board and the fighting of the monsters. I don't know. It plays better than what I read about the first edition. And I'll play it again. I'm just not planning a game day around it. Yeah. After that was the Kingdoms and the expansion Heroes Call. Right up front, I still have not incorporated Heroes Call into it, so I don't know how well that fits in. But Kingdoms itself I found to be easy to learn. Me and Alex broke this game open, and we ran through it. And yeah, it was easy enough to learn. Building up kingdom mechanics was not overly complicated. They didn't bog it down like I found Quest to be bogged down with a lot of the options and points that you have. I thought it was more streamlined, and it definitely worked. Hey, it's got a higher position. I found it to be a really fun competitive game. It didn't feel overbearingly bad or tough or anything. I got through it real good, and I really enjoyed it. So that's why it's sitting right there in the middle. Didn't love it, like it better than the rest. All right, now, Tiny Epic Westerns. That was a gift, actually, from Alex a couple of years ago on my birthday, and because he heard me saying that I didn't have enough Western games in my themed collection of games. And it was a great little pick. I'm glad he got it for me. Look, it's made number 2 on the list. It really, it's a fun area control game. It's a little bit lighthearted, at least with the characters. Not totally, not kitty, just a little bit lighthearted. I find it anyway. And I also found that the the individual character abilities that allow them to tweak the rules, no one have I found yet to be overpowering for everyone else. Everything seems well balanced on that, which is another reason why I like it. And it just, it's just a really fun feel. They incorporate poker, but just enough so it's not a poker game at all, but just enough to remind you the importance of poker and other card games like that in the Old West. It became part of the atmosphere of the Old West, So it's really fun. If you like Western, if you're looking for a good Western game that plays fast enough, yeah, it's number 2 on my list. It's got to be pretty good. Now, the last one I was mentioning, which is the first one on the list, is Tiny Epic Galaxies and Beyond the Black expansion. The expansion is a must. It is seamless with the game. It really needs to be bought, really needs to be incorporated. But if you can't do it, if you're on a budget or something, that's fine. Don't let that stop you from getting the base game. But if you have the option, get the expansion as soon as you can. I would still suggest play the base game once, your trial, your learning period. Just use the base game. And then from there on, you can incorporate the Beyond the Black. But, if you and your players are experienced enough, don't worry about what I just said. You know yourself. At least I hope you do. The way it's like area control in a sense. You're controlling civilizations in order to get control of their planets and then therefore have use of their special abilities whenever you want. At least whenever you roll the appropriate die. It has a very, very fun competitive. This is one of my top competitive games. And I prefer cooperative games, just for the sense of teamwork. But as far as competitive game goes, this is right up at the top of my list. It's fast, it's fun, it's easy to learn. You can bring it anywhere, like all the Tiny Epics, they're small enough to carry. This is my number one. If you want to know where to start, this is the top, and it's only going down from there, I admit it. But Tiny Epic Galaxies. So that's how I rank them. Again, from bottom to best. I like this. I like that. Bottom to best. From bottom to best, it was Quest, Zombies, 2nd edition Defenders, Kingdoms, Western, and Galaxies. Go check them out. Gambling Games puts out great, fantastic tabletop adventures. You'll find the right one for you. And let me know what your list is. How would you place them? What's the order for you? Thanks for checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter. Also, big thanks to everyone that's been going over to our Zazzle store and checking out some of the great t-shirts and merch we have, like this one here, by Gygax's Beard. Old school grognards will get that, that's for sure. And thank you for, right here on YouTube, for liking and commenting, for subscribing, and most of all, for sharing our videos. When you share our videos, that's the best word of mouth we can get. So if you like what you're watching, please consider sharing the video. And if you didn't like this video, I got over 600 others. I bet you're going to find one you can like. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. For Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. My friends, I am out of here.